Hello and welcome back. I'm LegitNeek. This is episode 2 of the Feed the Beast Insanity bonus map, and as you can see, I died. I got a bit cocky with the pigmen. I accidentally broke one of the slabs holding them in, and they swarmed me. But what we're going to do, because I got a bit hungry, I had to come back up here. This was before I died. Yeah, I was getting a bit hungry. I was pretty much going to come back up, get the transmutation table made, which we shall. I think we're going to need some. Should have brought some cobblestone up really. But as you can see, I literally, after I ended the video, I think I did 1 or 2 more runs of killing pigmen, and this is what we got. Like 21 gold nuggets, a golden helmet, lots of rotten flesh, and a golden ingot, which I believe you guys saw was from one of the trips that we did on Can. And literally, this method is so much better than the one I was using previously. So let's just pop down here for a minute. If we can get out the water. There we go. Okay. We only need a few bits. I think we need eight for a furnace, and then I'm going to need 4 to cook up into stone for our transmutation table. So we'll get a few bits. But literally, my previous pig spawner design that I was using, I think I must have spent about an hour to get 18 golden nuggets. Just because my design was quite ineffective apparently. I thought it was a decent design, but after Slaughter showed me that, I was blown away. I just couldn't believe that I thought of something similar. It was pretty much like my design was pretty much the same thing, just on a smaller scale, much smaller scale. Like the platform at the end was literally the only 2 blocks. I literally I think all I had was a path of 2 wide. Made out of slabs with a little platform with four blocks for them to spawn on, and it just didn't. I don't know. I didn't think of making it bigger. Surely it's quite obvious that a bigger platform would mean more spawns, but obviously didn't click for me. Right, one over it. Right, what we're going to do now. I might chop this down actually. Not that we're in vast need of the AMC that's going to be gone from this, but it's always nice to have some wood. Yeah, primarily now, our AMC generation is going to be from the Nether, from that spawner, because it is just such a vast return for what you put into it. It will replace any cost of food, any covalence dust for repairing swords. I will be making with my first 3 diamonds a diamond sword and some covalence dust, because it'll just speed up the process even more. That will be until we get a like that will be our primary source of EMC until we get a collect flour thing sort of set up. Right, let's build ourselves a furnace. Now, I should also point out, I'm not, because I'm a Minecraft vegetarian, along with that, I also go with the clean energy ideas. I will literally only be using solar. I know that's like what's going to be best for later on sort of thing with high-V solar arrays, but I won't be using coal for anything other than macerating it to make into solar panels or nano armor or something like that. Anything that I need coal dust for, or carbon plates. So until then, all we'll be doing is using charcoal, because charcoal is a nice renewable energy source, and it's gone quite easily. So we can farm wood as much as we want. Luckily, trees are quite renewable. Well, they are renewable, but we're going to need 4 of those. We'll put our pick back for now. I want to make some more tools while I'm down here as well. We'll turn those while we're waiting for that to cook. Yep, cool. And I'll also make a point of not trying not to waste any fuel. So like once we've done the fuel, I'm not just going to take them out. I'll just wait for it to cook. Even though once the table's done, we can just transmute it into stone anyway. I always like to see it doing something. So what we're going to do is wait for this to cook up some four stone. In the meantime, we're going to move these just to the side for a minute. We're going to pretty much want to get out one of everything so that we can put it into our table. There you go, we've got our 4, and we can make our transmutation table. Need our philosopher's stone. The recipe is something like this. There we go. Transmutation table. Always remember to take your philosopher's stone out, otherwise it might pop off into oblivion. That would not be great. Right, we want to place this down. I might place this down here actually, just so it's in the centre of everything. Let me get a stone out of here. And we'll put a cobblestone there as well. Right, that's all cooked up. Yep. Right, what we want to do is just teach one of everything, just so that for future reference we always have, even if we lose our target item sort of thing, I'll be having a chest with like one of everything, just so we can always find our items. Once you've got more than a few items around the same EMC, it might be a bit hard to get that item if there's a lot of items with the similar EMC value. Like all these are pretty much like 32, 32. That's 32. So if we had a lot of items that were 32 EMC, it might be a bit harder to find the item we're looking for. So what we do is have a target item that we can put in this center slot that will, if we put mushroom in there, it will show up all the items that are around that EMC value or lower, if there is a lower. Right, we want that mushroom back. Put that in, learn that. Put that back, I think. And I think that was it. We'll teach all these. Golden helmet. See, that's a diamond right there. And then some. Okay, right, we're going to convert all these into gold. 8 gold, nice. And we'll, don't need that much wood. We might get a rest out in golden nuggets, or might do cobblestone. Oh, we didn't learn the cobblestone. Right, let's get the rest out in cobblestone. We're going to need a lot more for the other side of that mob tower. Rotten flesh in as well. Right, what we, for the time being actually, before we go any further, because gold isn't a very good intermediate value, if you know what I mean. What we'll be using is iron. You get that by putting philosopher's stone next to a golden ingot. You get 8 iron ingots. Now we're going to teach that to our table, and then we're going to use that as like an intermediate currency for now, so we don't need all that gold. Yeah, oh, look at that, 64 iron ingots. That's ridiculous. We'll put those in as well, so we can get out of that. Put half our. Cool. Right. Right, we've got everything taught. Got our iron. Got plenty of iron. More iron than we're going to need for now. So we could actually start on the first project. What I'm going to do first though is make some mushroom stew. Teach that to our table so we've got a food supply while we're down in the nether. and we'll convert some of our iron into some mushroom stew. Plenty of mushroom stew. Okay. Okay, that'll do for our purposes for now. Right, we want. Let's just make sure we've got at least one of everything in here. We don't need those bowls. We've got one of them saplings. We've got that. Our iron in. Oh, I've lost a stone away. Get one cobblestone in there. One stone in there. One obsidian in there. I think that's one of everything pretty much. We could also, the good feature of this the transmutation table is we don't have to cook up. We don't have to like make this wood into planks, and also eventually we won't have to cook them up into charcoal. We can just do that with a condenser. We can just put wood or whatever you EMC you want. When we get our mob tower built, we'll be getting gunpowder, because when I'll show you guys now actually. Cook up one of these. Teach our table charcoal. When you put an item in, there's two locks that it has: matter, and the other one is called energy. And things like coal, gunpowder, glowstone, anything that well, any energy source, if you know what I mean. Like it could be a bit confusing. Things that will burn in a furnace. I know glowstone won't burn in a furnace, or gunpowder won't, but it's still a fuel source. Like you'll use it for like a flying ring. Like we'll take glowstone or redstone. Redstone's a fuel source as well. And on the transmutation table, you can only ever turn a fuel into another fuel. Like if I try to put in wood now, sort of thing, it won't take it because we're locked to fuel. So the only way when you can change that is make sure there's no EMC in it, and then it will lose its lock, and then you can go back to putting other matter or fuel in, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Right, we'll put that in there as our target item. And what we're going to do is get lots and lots of food. Going to make some stone weaponry. Got our bowls in here as well. We're not going to need those. We're going to turn all these into. Might turn those back into cobblestone. Sorry. Right. We're going to need. That is a lot of iron. Got almost a full stack just from that that one 5-minute trip to the Nether. Right. Right, for the time being, we'll put all of this. Do we have some wood planks in there? Yes, we do. Right, we're just going to put all of this into here, get iron out of it, and then we'll just do the rest in cobble. We're actually going to need some wood for our stone tools as well, aren't we? What we can do is make some sticks and then put those in. And also what we're going to do is make ourselves some tools, and then we're going to teach those tools to the table. That, as you can see, pretty much everything has an EMC value, so that we can just put in the EMC without having to go and craft it every time we need some. There you go, we've got a pick learned, and we've got a sword learned. There you go, right, that's 6 EMC. So what we're going to do is put that in the target slot, put 32 in there, should get. Oh, we were off by 2. We'll get plenty of swords. Awesome. Move all this up. Gonna turn some of these into slabs. And I know you can convert slabs into full blocks, because they are slabs at 1 EMC and full cobblestone blocks at 1 EMC. But I'm not going to be using that, because that's cheating in my method, in my opinion. It may not be for others, but it is for me. Like that's more of an exploit. I expect it'd be a bit hard to make something like 0.6 of a, or not, what would it be? 1.8 maybe, something like that. Or 0.18 of a EMC, so they had to make it one, but that's purely just a coding standpoint, I'm sure. So we're just going to make these into some more slabs, and then what we're going to do is, I believe we still have some. Right, we're just going to put all these away, and this should be enough supplies to keep us going for a little bit. We're going to head back to the Nether and farm some more EMC. Now I know I should be working on the challenges at the moment, but I know for a fact that the second challenge has a high EMC requirement. We're going to need 11 diamonds to make a quarry, which is the last item in the list. So I'd rather just get prepared and do it all in one go, sort of thing. Like I don't see the point in making half the items and then having to go off and farm more EMC and just forgetting what we were doing. I like everything fresh in my memory, so we only do one thing at one time, and so I've quite a bad memory. So if we do everything all at the same time, if we keep like separating our tasks out, it will just get a bit confusing for me. Right, we're going to put all of these spare tools away, get our damaged stone ones, put all this away for the time being, and we'll start work on our second platform. Right, be right back 1 second. Okay, welcome back. Now, before we start on our EMC generation, I'm going to build the other side of our platform, which pretty much just be exactly the same as this. So I'll pause the video again, just to avoid you having to sit and watch me build, which I'm sure is very interesting. Okay, be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, there is a ton of pigmen at this end. This trap is just so unbelievably good. We've got one little pigman here, but I'll just get rid of him. Might even see if we can push him up into this little area without aggroing him. Hopefully. Stop bouncing. Just get back in your hole. No. Bloody more escaping. Oh, come on. Just go in your hole. Okay, now you. Stop it. Ah, stop escaping. Alright, we'll try this another way. Oh, there we go. Bloomin', the moment I give up, you're bloomin' walking up here. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah. Come on, you. Come on. No. There you go. Awesome. As you can see, it's pretty much the exact same design on either side. So once we're done farming at one end, we simply just go down to the other. They're all that will be filled up, and then once we've cleared that one out, we come back down here, and this will be filled up again. Right, we'll just I'll show you what I mean. Right, as we play the waiting fisherman again, just hack away. You can see this is very damaging to a normal iron sword, but as soon as we get enough EMC for a diamond, we shall make it a diamond sword and some dark blue covalent stuff, which will just mean we have like pretty much an infinite weapon down here. There we go. Doesn't take too long to clear out, and as you can see, pretty much back where we were. Oh, we've got a bane of arthropods. an enchanted weapon. And look at that, 10 gold nuggets, 13 rotten flesh, and a need another one, and an enchanted sword. Look, already started spawning, and come down this end, and this one's already filled up. Like I said, it is very food intensive, but as you can already tell, the return is just ridiculous. Might have to eat it actually. We'll continue, just to be 100%. We'll fill up again once I've cleared this a little bit out. Okay. Ran out of sword. For that, we've already got past what we had before just from 2 runs, and look, come down here and it's already filled up again. So as you can plainly see, it's a very, very good effective method of another one, fire aspect 1 and smite 3. I might use that up actually. Actually no, don't want to waste that. Right, we'll need to fill up our food bar though. Always try and keep on full chicken bars, even if it means using like a one that usually does 4 for like half a bar, or a sorry, like a full chicken leg, because you get a few like three goes, as it were. Like my hunger shouldn't go down for this clearing out. It should probably only start going down next when we go back over the other side, because I believe it gives you like a bit of a grace period. There are certain foods that will fill your hunger bar for longer. I believe like steak, mushroom stew, bread is not one of them. What else is there? There's foods that will fill your hunger bar for longer more than others. Like I said, steak's a very good one. I'm not too sure about mushroom stew being like an amazing one, but it does fairly well. That 36 gold nuggets, 2 swords, lots of rotten flesh. I'll take these 2 on me. Probably going to need another sword. And look, this is already filled up vastly. Very effective method, and I thank Slaughter a hell of a lot for it, because I did actually told him off when he first started building it, so I was going to do my design, but then I just let him continue, and I'm glad I did, to be honest, because I'd probably still be down in the Nether on my server if I was sticking with my one. Alright, we'll probably stay here till our iron swords are used up, or near enough, and then we'll head back up to the overworld and start working on some of the challenges, because that's what this map is all about. Grab my sword. Yeah, we'll so even if I come straight down here, there's still like plenty up here. There's still plenty of pigment through. But yeah, when sorry, I keep going that way. I usually have my swords in first slot. You can see again hunger already, but that did last us a couple of goes, which is very nice. And I think this sword might last us a couple more runs. You don't even have to stop and wait for pigmen to spawn. You're just constantly fighting, constantly gaining your DMC, gaining levels. Oh, it's wonderful. This will be very handy once we get an enchanting table. Get all those bigger level enchants. Hopefully get some nice enchants. There you go. I think we might leave it at that for this. Yeah, I think we might end the episode here. I think we might have run a little bit long, but join me again in episode 3 when we start work on the challenges of the Feed the Beast map. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, or don't. Don't mind. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.